Hi everyone, welcome back to another reformer workout. I'm Izzy. Today we're going to do quite an athletic one, so I hope everyone's got a drink bottle. We don't need any equipment for this one, but we do need, I guess, our thinking caps on because we are going to transition pretty fast through some moves today. We'll start off with our warm-up as usual. So for our warm-up, we're going to jump onto a red and a blue spring as a beginner option, red, blue, yellow as an intermediate, or two reds as an advanced, and then just meet me lying down on your backs. Once we are down here, let's just start off with a nice little stretch for our bodies. Maybe we just go for a rock of the knees over to one side and then a rock of the knees to the other side here. So just zoning ourselves into class here today. Nice. Now, as I said, we are going to do a decently fast-paced athletic sort of class today. But if you do need to take any extra rest breaks, of course, please listen to your body. Take any layers that work for you and leave the ones that don't work for you today. Let's just go for another 3 like this, just tick-tocking those knees from side to side. Lovely. Last 2. On that last one, just come straight through center for me. We're going to find those feet hip distance apart and then just float one of our feet up into our tabletop position. Hands can come by our sides just to rest there. We're going to go for a nice single leg press out and away, and then control that carriage all the way back in. Now, as we're going through these presses, we really want to keep our leg in parallel here, or keep it in neutral. So you don't want those toes pointing out to the side or in towards the middle, and same with your knee. So you want that knee to be pointing straight up to the sky the whole time as we move out and in here. Another thing to look out for is, again with that knee, but thinking about our extension range of motion. So as you push out, we want to avoid hyperextending and locking that knee backwards. We really just want to control that leg into a nice elongated position and then bend it all the way back in here. So we're squeezing it out and back in. If you wanted your breath work, it's exhale on the way out, inhale on the way back in, exhale out, inhale back in here. The whole time, maybe we're thinking about that length in the spine, that little switch on of our core. I've had some requests to do some core workouts, so don't worry. Some of those more specific workouts are coming soon, but guys, this is Pilates. Pretty much every exercise is a deep core workout if you think about it. So switch on the cores for me. Good. Let's start to add our opposite leg extension. So as you close in, can you extend that leg over the foot bar? We bend it back to tabletop as we close in. You're welcome to take this one into that thread the needle if that works for you. So threading underneath the foot bar and then on top of the foot bar. This one can take a little bit of coordination here, but really think about having just one leg straight at a time. So we're alternating which leg is straightening and which leg is bending here, going side to side. Nice work, everyone. We've just got another 15 seconds to go here. Pretty smooth, pretty quick warm up today. Can we just go for our last 8? We're going to meet with that leg just halfway bent. In 6, in 5, 4, halfway bend, in 3, 2, on your next one, just find that carriage pressed out halfway for me. Other leg can come into that tabletop. We're just going to start to bend and extend that leg just an inch out and in here. So working into that little pulse. Beautiful. Maybe you challenge yourself. You just push that carriage slightly further out, pulse in that range here. Really good. Take this extra slow. Sometimes when we say pulse, we end up kind of bouncing and jumping up and down a little bit there, but really slow it down. Feel that burn through the front of that thigh there. We've got another 6. We're going to hold that leg nice and still. In 3, in 2, last one here. Can we just finish off with those leg extensions with the opposite leg? So reach it out, pull it in. We reach it out, we pull it in. We've got another 10, really staying as still and steady with that carriage as possible. Don't let that leg go anywhere here. This is your last 5, last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Can we press all the way out? Close it all the way in. Good. We're going to switch around to work a little bit of core, a little bit of arms now. So springs are staying the same. We're going to come all the way into our kneeling position, facing towards the front of the reformer. My elbows or my forearms are going to come down onto my foot bar there, and I'm just going to tuck my toes underneath on my carriage. Now we're on our heavy springs here, so our carriage shouldn't really go anywhere, but if you find your carriage is rocking around a bit, you can add on some extra springs if you want. All right, chest is nice and lifted. We're long through our spines. We're going to work through some knee hovers here. We take our deep breath in to prepare, then we exhale. We're just going to hover those knees up, and then we lower them back down. So just working on that little hover up here and then lower down. Oop. You guys keep doing the knee hovers. What is in my eyeball? We're back. Dangers of working out semi-outside. We've had a bug in the eye. Not very nice. All right. So we're just going for our knee hovers here. And again, this is a really good one for some of those deeper core muscles here and some of our muscles that we don't typically think about when we say core, like our multifidus, which is a nice back muscle here. So we're drawing that belly button up towards your spine as you hover up. Your spine should stay nice and long. So we shouldn't have an arch in the back. We shouldn't be round. We should be nice and long here. Then we lower back down. If you have trouble with this one, I actually encourage you to practice side onto a mirror if you have access to one, and just see how your body is lifting and lowering. Take it that little bit slower each time if you need. Good. All right. Trying to keep that carriage still, trying to keep that chest lifted. We're going to add on something for the arms. If it's for you, we're going to hover up, hold. Can we bring one hand to the foot bar? We press all the way up. Bit of a commando all the way up. We commando all the way back to those elbows. And then we can lower those knees down. If that's not for you, go for one of your knee hovers, lower back down, and then go for that commando up and down here. A little bit less for the arms, but I promise it will still get our heart rate nice and lifted and still start to warm up our bodies here. Now with our commandos, make sure you are doing both sides. So as you hover up, make sure you do one with that left arm going first, ooh, and then one with that right arm going first. Just working on pressing up into that commando and then lowering down, taking any rest breaks that we need here. This is quite a strong one for that upper body. Really try and stay lifted up and out of those shoulder blades here as we lift and lower. Whew. In 6, we're just going to work that commando for me. In 5, find that knee hover or have those knees down, just that commando. In 3, in 2, on your next one, just that commando. So just those arms lifting and lowering our body up and down here. Whew. Make sure you're doing both sides. I always just bias that right side. Last 6, we're just going to hold, elbows down, hold that knee hover. In 2, last one. Just hold that knee hover for me. We're just here for 10. Even my quads are burning here. Draw that belly button up. Lift that chest up. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Find a quick child's pose. Go for that little stretch out. Oh, that was a spicy little one. I didn't expect that. Okay. We're going to go back to our lying down work for that second side of our leg work now. So just bring yourselves down onto your backs here. Switch over those feet, so other leg is going to float up to that tabletop. Heel is pressing into that foot bar. When you're ready, we're extending that leg out, leg press away, then close it back in. So pressing it out and bending it back in here. Exhale out, inhale back in. Again, focus on keeping that toe, keeping that knee, pointing straight up to the sky here as we move. We also want to think about, again, avoiding that knee hyperextension. So just controlling that leg, lengthening that leg out long, but avoiding that snap back into that hyperextension here. Exhale on the way out, inhale on that way back in. If you want it, add on that opposite leg extension here. So as you close in, that tabletop leg reaches long, and then it comes back to tabletop as you press away. Again, thinking about alternating legs here. So only one leg is straight at a time, the other leg is bending, then they switch. If you want it, take that thread, so going under and over that foot bar with your foot. Good work. Using that exhale on the way out, inhale on the way back in. This is our last 10 like this. We're gonna meet halfway, find those little pulses. In 5, in 4, we're pressing that carriage out just halfway. In 3, in 2, find it halfway, hold it steady. Can we go for those nice slow controlled pulses now? So we go out just an inch and in just an inch. Really small, really controlled here. Take it that little bit slower. Avoid that bounce. 8 more seconds. We're gonna hold that carriage super still. My quad is on fire. This is our last 3. Hold it still, we can do it. In 2. Last one, hold it super still, just that top leg. We reach it out, we bend it back to tabletop. We reach it long, bend it back to tabletop. Keep that carriage still. Keep your hips really still as well for me. So lower back isn't moving, hips aren't moving, just that leg is reaching out and in. Last 5, final 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh my gosh. Out and in. Pat out that quad as we close it back in. Awesome work, everyone. All right, I'm going to give you a second to have a sip of water. We're going to chat about how we're going to go through the rest of class. So as I said, it's a bit more of an athletic setup of class. We're going to do 3 rounds of 8 exercises. Each round is going to build up. So it's going to get a little bit stronger, a little bit spicier as class goes on. Bear with me for the spring changes. It's going to be about a minute for each exercise. I'll even put my watch on. How good am I? And we'll just see how we go. So we're going to start off with a little bit of leg work and arm work. Our spring is going to be 1 red as a beginner spring, red yellow as an intermediate, or red blue as an advanced option. From there, we're going to bring ourselves up and we're going to start off with lunges. So just our typical lunge, 1 foot on the ground just behind the base of the foot bar, other foot is going to come back into that shoulder block here. All right, and we're going to get started in 3, in 2, in 1 here. So we're going to start off just with that normal tippy bird lunge here, bending through that front leg and then pressing that back leg away. Nice. Now, as we're working through our lunge, we're trying to have that big bend in that front knee and really think about that front knee pointing over your big toe and your second toe here. What we don't want to see is that knee rocking out towards the side or in towards our reformer. We can also think about our chest going up and over that front leg here as we find that lunge, restacking, tucking those hips underneath as we stand back up. Beautiful. Maybe try and get that a little bit lower, that little bit longer here. Really good, everyone. We've just got 15 more seconds to go on this one. Then we're going to switch and go for our scooters. Beautiful. All right, we're almost there. We're going to hold it down. We're going to work through that back leg. In 3, in 2. On our next one, stay low. Just that scooter. So back knee is going to bend in. We press it away. We bend that back knee in, we press it away. If you need foot bar is there, we're really just focusing on only moving that back leg. So your front leg here should be nice and frozen. We've got that big tip forwards in our chest. Our bums are pointing all the way back behind us. Our core is switched on to support this movement. We're halfway through our scoots. Keep it moving. Can we go that little bit lower in that front leg here? Maybe hands come off that foot bar if they're on. Whew. Stay low. We've just got another 10. We can do it. We're going to bring our knees onto our reformer, grab our short straps. In 5, in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees come onto our reformer. We grab our short straps here. We're going to go straight for our bicep curls. So stay in that low kneel. Tip your chest forwards. Elbows are staying close to your rib cage here. Can we curl those knuckles up towards your shoulders? Bring them back. We curl them up and we bring them back. Now right away here, if you want that little bit more, have that nice tip forwards on your chest, or you can start to hover those hips up just to find that little bit more tension on those springs. Whew. Super good. Almost through this one. Nice, everyone. So keep that core switched on. Try not to go for that banana back. We've got just another 10 seconds. We're going to lie down and grab our short straps again. Nice. In 3, we're going to lie all the way down. Take those short straps with you. In 2, last one there. So swing yourself around. If it's too unco, pop your straps down and then pick them back up. From here, we're going to reach those hands up to the sky, float our feet into tabletop. We're going straight into our plough from here. We press those arms down by our hips. We float them back up, stop with them right on top of your shoulders. So we press it down. We float them back up. Press it down, float back up. We're going to work this into some core work here too. As you press down, can we lift? We find a crunch. We lower back down. So we lift, find that crunch, lower back down. Nice. So just working into that crunch here. We're just going to be here for another 10. Then we're going to hold it up. We're going to work through our hundreds. Nice. Each time we press down, think about finding that exhale. This is our last 3. We're going to hold it up. In 2. Last one, lift up and hold. We're just going to be pulsing through those arms here. Maybe you think about breathing in for 2, 3, 4, 5 pulses, out for 2, 3, 4, 5 pulses. Can we bring those shoulders up that little bit higher? Draw that belly button down that little bit further here. Now this is dangerous because I can't see my watch in this position, but we're just going to keep pulsing. Really good, guys. We have got another 10. We can do it. Can we lift up that little bit higher? Reach those fingertips that little bit further. Whew. Keep it going just for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we've got a mini break here to place those straps away for me. Good. From there, we're going to swing ourselves around and we're going to set up for our crouching tigers. Now, if these aren't for you, you're going to go back to those knee hovers, just like this that we did at the start. Otherwise, we're going to bring those knees out wide, forearms down on your carriage, grab your shoulder blocks, toes are tucking on your platform here. We're going to press out, find your plank position. We bend those knees wide as we come back in. You can almost think about your feet being in a Pilates V position here. So keeping those knees out wide, keeping those toes turned out, heels together. Now again, because we're weight bearing, or we've got some weight going through our shoulders, through our arms here, we really want to stay nice and lifted and puffed up through our chest to support our shoulders as we move.
We can also think about what our core and what our glutes are doing here. So as always with Pilates, core is switched on and glutes squeeze each time we press out long here. Whew. We can do it. We've got just another 10. This one's so spicy. We get to go back to our lunges. On that second side, in 6, last 5, 4, 3, 2, close that carriage for 1. Whew, I'm already getting puffed out. Other side of those lunges, we're going straight into it here. Just finding that lunge down and bring yourself back up. So again, we're thinking about our grounded foot being just behind the base of our foot bar. Other foot is in that shoulder block here. Again, that more tippy bird style lunge. So big bend in that front knee, big press with that back leg as we come down. Then we squeeze it all the way back up. Now's a really good time to think about our breath as well, because even I am slightly or very out of breath here. So exhale on the way down, inhale on that way back up here. Whew. Really strong. We have just got another 15. We're going to hold it down. We're going to finish off with those scoots in 6, in 5, just that back leg, in 3, in 2, on your next one, hold it down, just that back leg. So back knee closes in, we press it away, working into that scoot. We close it in, we press it away. Can you stay low in that front leg? Keep your chest tipped forwards, keep those bums tipped back. Again, foot bar is there if we need it. You can bring a hand onto it, you can bring a fingertip onto it. Otherwise, hands stay on hips for that little bit more of a challenge here. This is our final push for this round. We can do it, just keep on moving. We've got our last 20 seconds here, so we're staying extra low, really just working out through that back leg here. Whew. I am feeling the burn, feeling the spice. We can do it. This is our final 10. Nice. Get that little bit lower in that front leg. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Close it in. Have a sip of water. Just going to have a little rest, about 30 seconds, and then we're going to get back into our second round. So there's 3 rounds. We're through the first one. I'm sure everyone did very well. This second round, we're going to add on a little bit more spice. It's going to be the exact same moves, just a little bit more fun each time. All right, we're going to go for another 10. Have your last little bit of water here. Have your last little sip. This is your last 5. We're going to set up for those lunges on that first side again. All right, 3, 2, 1. We're right into it here. Oh my goodness. So we're just going for our lunge again. Just start off there. So foot is behind the base of the foot bar. We're pressing that back leg away. Check out your form. And then we're going to start to add a pulse onto each lunge. So we bring it down. Little juicy pulse through that front leg, increasing that time under tension here for those glutes. Then we bring it back up. So working through that pulse, we squeeze it back up. Whew. Finding that little bit of extra spice at the bottom. Now, really important here, as you're pulsing, you really want to make sure that front knee is right over that ankle. We don't want it pulling back. Stay over that ankle as we're finding that pulse, then bring it back up for me. Nice, amazing guys. We've actually only got 10 seconds to go here. We're going to hold it down and go for our scoots. In 5, in 4, meet me down low, in 3, in 2, on your next one, we're down low. Back leg bends in, we press it away. So just get that scoot going to start us off. Then we're going to add our arms in. So as that back leg presses away, can we reach those arms? We pull it all the way back in together. So everything goes out, everything comes in together here. Nice, so we're staying really low in that front leg, nice and strong with those arms and that leg as we press out and in. All right, this is our final 15 here. We are crushing it. So good, everyone. Stay nice and low for me. We're gonna find that kneel on our carriage. Grab those straps in 10. Almost there. We're gonna stay low, find that kneel on our carriage, and find those straps in 3, in 2. All right, last one. Nice and smooth transition here. Find those short loops. We're finding that bicep curl again. So tip that chest forwards. Can we go for that bicep curl up? We bring it back. So curl those arms up and reach them away here. Whew. Now just start off here, find your form. Then we're gonna add on a punch. So we're gonna go for that curl, hold it there. From there, can we punch those arms forwards, lift your chest up. We bring it back to your bicep curl, arms reach away. So we pull it forwards, punch it, bicep curl, and down. So one bicep curl, one punch. If you want more, find that high kneel as you go for your punch here. So hips lift, as we punch it forwards, we bring it all the way back down. Whew. Nice and strong, nice and heavy through these springs here. Guess what, everyone? We've just got another 10 seconds. Whew. Then we get to switch it. We're gonna lie all the way down on our backs for those crunches. All right, last 5, last 4, bring it down for me. In 3, in 2, all right, on your next one, we're bringing it down. Take a lie down on your backs. Grab onto those straps again for me, legs in tabletop. Straight into that plough with your crunch here. Then lower back down. Press those arms down, find that crunch. Then recenter it back down. Whew. Use that exhale as you lift. Take that inhale as we lower here. Exhale, we lift. Inhale, we lower. If you want more, as we lift, can we extend one leg out? We bring it all the way back in as we lower. The leg extends. We pull it back in. Perhaps that foot threads underneath the foot bar as you go for your crunch. So it goes underneath. We crunch it back down. Foot threads under. We bring it back down. We're just working for our last 10 here. We get to hold it up. We get to work through those hundreds. Oh my gosh. Ready for that extra spice. In 5, in 4, breathe through it. We get to hold. In 2, on your next one, lift up, hold it there. Start to pulse through those arms. If you can, we're gonna do 5 with one leg extended. Then we're gonna do 5 with the other. Whew. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, switch the legs, 2, 3, 4, 5, switch, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my goodness. Stay nice and lifted here. Can you bring those shoulder blades up and off that carriage that little bit more? Alrighty. Oh my goodness. Keep working through those nice, strong hundreds. Keep working through those leg extensions if we can here. Hold that crunch position with the upper body. Final 10 seconds. Whew. We're gonna bring it up, have a little reset. In 5, in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh my gosh. Straps go away. Bring yourself up and around. We're going for that crouching tiger again. So toes tuck on that platform. We grab a hold of those shoulder blocks and we're straight into it here. Pressing it out and controlling it back in. Now this is one where you can really, send it if you want to. So if you want that bit more, maybe start to push that little bit harder out and in, move that little bit stronger, increase that pace, or you can slow it down. Focus on that control here, if that's better for your body. Whew. All right. I'm definitely feeling it. My quads are burning. I'm staying lifted in that chest because we are just here for our last 10. Thank goodness I am burning up here. Nice and strong. Just for our last 5. 4, we're gonna go for that second side of lunges. In 3, 2, and 1. Ooh, spin it around. Second side of lunges, we can do this. We go straight into that long lunge. We bring it all the way up. Take a second, just focus on the lunges. Focus on the form. Big bend in that front leg, big press with that back leg. Are you in the right position? Is that foot just behind the base of the foot bar there? Then we can add our pulse at the bottom. So we bring it down, nice juicy pulse. We squeeze it back up. Nice juicy pulse at the bottom. Squeeze it back up. Nice. So start to add that pulse at the bottom here. Get nice and low, nice and spicy here. Really focus in on that control with your breath for me if we can. So get low, take it slow. Use that inhale as we come back up, tuck those tails under. We're just here for another 15. We're gonna finish off just working through that scoot, holding it down, just that back leg will be working. In 6, in 5, meet me down low, just that back leg. In 3, in 2, last one, just that back leg. We bend just that back leg in, press it away. Just that carriage leg closes, we press it away. Trying to stay extra low here as we're closing it in and pressing it away. If you want that bit more, let's add those arms. So arms pull all the way in as that knee pulls in. Arms reach away as that leg reaches away. So everything comes in together and out together for me. If you can, get a little bit lower in that front leg, nice and long with that back leg as it presses away. This is our final 15 seconds for this round. Can we go that little bit lower? Can we keep working through this one? Really big presses, tip that chest forwards. This is our final 10 seconds. Nice work, everyone. Don't give up now. This is our last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. We've got another little break here. Have that sip of water for me. Alrighty, team, we have one last round to go. Our final, our most spicy round. We're gonna let it all out. We're gonna get it all out. If anyone was having a spring regret, we'll go over them again. It was 1 red as our base option, red, yellow as our intermediate, or red, blue as your advanced. So play around with it. Maybe go a little bit harder for this final round. Give it your all. We're just gonna have another 8 seconds of rest. And then we're gonna get into those lunges on this first side one final time for today's session. All right, can you meet me ready to go for that lunge? In 3, in 2, in 1, let's go. So we're going straight for that lunge. Can we bring it up? Good, we go straight for that lunge. We bring it up. Let's start to add that pulse on right away. So we go for that little pulse at the bottom. We bring it up. Nice, we work it low, work through that pulse. Nice, we bring it up. For this one, we're gonna add our arms here as well. So work through that pulse, work on that reach of the arms. We bring it all the way up. We bring it down, arms reach forwards, find that pulse. We squeeze it up. All right. Again, find that really good technique. Find that depth here. Find that tip forwards on your chest. Guess what, guys? We've only got 15 seconds to go here. Then we're gonna go for that scoot. Yeah. All right. This is our last 8. We're gonna hold it low. We're gonna work on that scoot. In 3, in 2, last 1. We're gonna tip forwards. Can we start to work through that scoot here? Now, we're gonna turn this a little bit more into our power scoots. So we're gonna start to move that a little bit faster out and in with that back leg for me. Let that spring guide you. I've got a hand on the foot bar to help me ground through this motion here. So we're really trying to explode that back leg away, then control it back in. Make sure we're not hitting that stopper there. Whew. This one should be really nice and explosive here, really lifting up that heart rate for us if we can. Really hold that spine nice and long. This is just our last 10 like this. We're gonna come and find that kneel on our carriage. In 8, in 7, stay low, keep pushing. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh, close it in. Find that kneel, find those short straps for me. All right, so we're right back in that low kneel, working through that bicep curl. Right away, can we add on that punch forwards? We bring it back in, we lower. Maybe we add on that hip lift, bring it back in, we lower. And then for our final layer here, we're gonna punch forwards, hold those arms long. Can we circle out and down with control as we bring it back in? So curl, punch, circle out and around. Whew. Controlling those hips back down. If the high kneel's not for you, of course we can work in that low kneel here. Otherwise, take that challenge of that high kneel, working through those quads that little bit more. All right, we're at our final 15 here. Next, we're gonna lie down. We're gonna find that crunch. We're gonna find those ploughs. In 5, in 4, 3, 2, and 1. We bring it all the way down. Take that scoot down onto your backs here. Arms reach up, feet find that tabletop. We're finding that plough. Then we're adding on that crunch. So we're lifting that chest. From there, can we add our single leg extensions? Nice. Single leg extension, you press away. We bring it back in. Nice. Now, if you want that next layer here, next time you lift up, find your crunch. Can that foot come underneath your foot bar? We're going to press up into that foot bar for 3, 2, 1. Bring it back down. So lift, find your crunch. We press up for 3, 2, 1. Bring it back in. So holding that crunch, holding that lift, using that foot like the top of your foot, where your laces would be on your sneakers, to press up into that foot bar each time, increasing that challenge on your core for me. Nice work. Whew. Just keep pressing through it. We've got another 15. We're gonna hold up. We're gonna finish off with those hundreds. We can do this. Last 5. Ready to go for those hundreds. In 3, in 2. On your next one, lift that chest, reach those arms. Can we start to find those hundreds, those pulses through those arms? If you want more challenge, those feet are gonna reach up towards the sky, or we're gonna lower those feet long down over that foot bar here. So just working through those hundreds, draw that belly down towards your spine. Try not to press out with the tummies here. Try and avoid that doming sensation. Can we lift those shoulder blades up and off that carriage? Tuck that chin to chest here. This is just your last 20 seconds. Oh my goodness. Breathing through it, take any rest breaks that you need. Otherwise, keep that pulse going, keep that challenge going. All right, this is our final 10. Whew, we can do it. Last 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my goodness. Closing it in. Take 1 second here, take that little tick-tock as you place those straps away. We've got our crouching tigers coming next. So we're gonna spin ourselves around. No changes to our crouching tigers. Tuck those toes under. Forearms come down on that carriage. Knees go nice and wide. Again, we're gonna press out. Find that plank position. Then bend it all the way back in. This is our final round of these. So I encourage you again, find that good technique, puff up through the chest, squeeze through those glutes each time we press long, but also to give it your all here. So we're really getting that energy out, really lifting that heart rate up for us. Nice and strong, pressing out and in. Oh my goodness, with this one, thank goodness for grippy socks. Oh my gosh. If you guys don't have any, I recommend you get some. They are so good. Oh, stay nice and strong for me. Okay, happy place for our last 15 of this one. Quads are burning, glutes are burning, heart rate is lifted. We have got our last 10. Just stay strong for me. Can you give me that little bit more, that last 10%? Final 5, 4, 3, 2, close it in for 1. Oh my gosh. Shaking as I get up. We've got our final round of those lunges. So get straight onto that other side. We're going to be lunging it down and bringing it right back up. Whew. Start off just by finding that really nice lunge for me. Then start to add that pulse at the bottom. Then we can start to add that reach of the arms. So arms go out, we find that pulse, we bring it all the way back up. So we're finding that pulse at the bottom, finding that reach of the arms, then standing back up each time. Again, really thinking about those few technique points here. It's that tip of the chest forwards. Stay long through the spines here the whole time. Getting that little bit deeper each time. Try and think of the depth that we had in that very first round. We're challenging that energy we had 2 rounds ago. Oh, I am certainly shaking here. Oh my gosh, guys. We can do it. We have just got our last 15. Our very final exercise of this round is coming up. Nice work, everyone. This is just your last 8. We're going to finish off with that scoot. In 5, in 4, stay low. In 3, 2, stay low for 1. We're finishing off with that scoot. So back knee bends in, we press it away. Back knee bends in, we press it away. And we're taking this one into that power scoot here. So can we start to move that a little bit faster? Out and in. Nice and explosive on the way out. Control it back in. Whew. Find that energy. Find that lift for me here. Stay low. Can we get that little bit deeper in that front leg? Oh my gosh. Heart rate is lifted. We are pumping through this one. Keep that energy up for me, nice and strong. We push it out. We squeeze it back in, controlling that courage back in each time. Guys, we're just here for another 15. Can we stay nice and low, nice and strong as we press it out and in? This is our final push for this round, our final 10, everyone. Get that little bit lower in that front leg. Can we move that little bit stronger through that carriage leg? Final 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one, we bring it in. Oh my gosh. Just have that little sip of water. We're going to come and have a sit down on our carriage. As you're having that sip of water, just readjust your spring to 1 blue spring for everyone. So we're on our 1 blue spring. We're just going to take a second to stretch out, then we'll find a little bit more of an actual cool down. So let's find a bit of a monkey stretch. Now there's 2 variations. I like to bring my hips as close as I can towards the very front of the carriage. Now option 1 is to have the feet down on the platform as you press out, or if you want a little bit more, feet and heels can come up onto the corners of the foot bar there. From here we tuck that chin to chest, let that carriage close all the way, and then we're going to press those legs long. Feel that stretch through the back of the body, through the back of the legs. Let that head be nice and heavy here. We can keep flowing this in, so close it in, really tuck that chin to chest. Exhale. We reach it out, we go nice and long here. Really relaxing through those shoulders to find that little bit extra stretch there. I find I actually get quite tight through the back of the body, through kind of between the shoulder blades. So for me, this is a really nice one to stretch that out. I'm pretty sure it's from spending way too much time at my desk doing my physio projects. But that's okay. I think we can all relate to spending a little bit too much time at the desk. Let's go for our last 3.
We're going to spin around to face towards the back of the room. In 2. And last one, just close it in. We're going to stay on our 1 blue, but just spin ourselves around to face towards the back of the room here. Legs are going to go long in between those shoulder blocks, and I just like to cross my ankles over just so I have enough room that's quite comfortable for my legs there. From here, I'm going to grab a hold of both of my short straps. We're just going to go for a bit of a roll down. This will give a little bit of love to our core, but it's also really good for our breath work and our spinal articulation here. So just start with those arms hugged in nice and close. We're going to sit up nice and tall for me. We're going to start with a nice big breath in. As we exhale, can we tuck that tailbone under? We're going to roll back. Inhale, we hold it here. Exhale, we're going to tuck that chin fold straight forwards over those legs. And then inhale, we roll that spine back up. So exhale, we roll back. Inhale, we hold. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, we restack it back up. Good. So we're just flowing between these positions here. Finding 1 breath per movement here, and really focusing in, as I said, on that spinal articulation. So each time you roll down, can you feel that tail tucking under? Can you feel each of those vertebrae, each of those spinal bones rolling back? Take it slow, we fold forwards again. And then again, as we roll back up, we're restacking those spinal bones, one on top of the other, sitting right up nice and tall on those tailbones as we come up each time. Really lovely here. If you're wanting more on this, perhaps you go for a roll back, you hold. We open those arms out to the sides, turn those palms to the back of the room. From here, hold the arms exactly where they are. We take our forward fold. Arms are going to scoop in. Then we roll back up. So we roll down, hold. Arms reach out. Keep those arms exactly where they are in space. We find that forward fold. Arms are going to scoop in. Then we can roll back up. So as we roll back and hold those arms out, we're setting where our carriage is going to be. That carriage should stay exactly where it is as we find that forward fold. And then tuck those arms in, that carriage moves, and we roll back up here. If this variation is not for you, that is a-okay with me. Just keep working through those rollbacks. All right. This is our last 4. Final 3. Last 2. And final 1. Just let the body hang down over the legs here. Maybe those feet come side by side if that's comfortable for you, and just soften that body further over the legs here. To finish off class, we're going to go for a little floss through the back of our legs. And yes, I said floss, but it's going to be a floss of our nerve. So we're going to be moving that nerve up and down its little channel that it sits in here. So can we start by pointing those toes down and tucking that chin to chest? Then I want us to turn our gaze to the sky and bring our toes up to the sky as well for me. So point the toes down, tuck that chin down, lift that chin up, lift those toes up for me. Trying to stay nice and long over those legs here. Feeling that stretch through the back of the legs each time. This is your last 3. Last 2. And final 1. Just roll that body all the way back up. Have a big roll of those shoulders at the top. And that's all for today. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me. That one really got my heart rate lifted. So if it got your heart rate lifted too, give me a good
I don't know, maybe like a fire emoji or something in the caption. Tell me how you found it. Did you like the 3 sets format? A little bit different to something I usually do. Let me know how you found it. Anyway, guys, I am clearly a little bit dead after that, so my brain is not working. All the blood is in my glutes, I think. So I'm going to leave it here, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.